Marty.
Kelly, we're going to hear a lot of teams and drivers talk about patience today. I'm not sure that word is in Kyle Larson's dictionary. He told me before the race the car is very good, and he wants to capitalize. You know, Jeff, we saw this yesterday in the Xfinity Series race. When you get out front, it's hard to get back by you. So Kyle Larson maybe driving with right in front of him, Jimmy Johnson hounding his teammate Alex Bowman. Looks like he's going to get that fourth position for that 48 car. They've been strong all weekend long. Clint Boyer's going to follow through and get around the 80.
Banging noise. I'm not sure that wasn't wheel hop. We can see right here.
31 inside, just one.
Oh, that wheel hop was the 11 car on the rear bumper. That's what that noise was. Keselowski in. Oh, both guys just in way too deep. Like the 78 was in too deep, and Brad.
Kyle Larson still jumping out to the leads, dominating these restarts.
These restarts are so stressful for these guys trying to earn themselves into the next round of the playoffs, because this is where the wrecks.
The 37 gets off the track. So what happened to Aric Almirola here? Did he join him?
There's something you don't see every day.
You're looking for something from Echo Park.
Echo Park on.
On the outside, back up through the gears they go. A little shove from Martin Truex Jr. And too hard through one. Keselowski, Larson both into the wall. They pile up and the Tums heartburn turn. Caution coming out again.
Trouble right there. He knows he's in trouble. Got the left front locked up, and now just nowhere for these guys to go. I think even the 18, he was in too deep.
A lot of guys really did have a lot of trouble getting out of the corner. That is so.
Through the final banked curve at Charlotte Roval. Now he goes to the inside. Here comes Jimmy Johnson.
Oh!
Locks the brakes up.
Oh, he's
and he's going to slide. He slides through the middle. Truex gets tagged. Now it'll be a fight for the finish line. Ryan Blaney and the 12 will win.
He stopped. He came to a full stop to make sure that he was good with NASCAR. Where's he going?
So I was very skeptical of the ROVAL because I'm not much of a road course racer. But whenever we got out there and we started racing, it was a ton of fun, and it was the most enjoyable road course race I'd ever been a part of, just because of the different elements. The bank corners, the infield section is extremely slippery, and it's hard to navigate, and it makes it a lot of fun for us race car drivers. And then you got the high-speed chicanes on the front stretch and the back stretch, which was a little bit more high grip, high-speed places.
It's just full of challenges, and it's the most unique racetrack I've ever been on. There's no racetrack I've ever been on that has as many different personalities. This has a personality of a super speedway, a short track, and a road course, all wrapped into one. And it's just, I've never been on a racetrack like it. And so as the playoffs evolve, mindsets change, and you get people in situations that have to try to do something special. And the more pressure it is on the teams and the drivers, the more fun it is for the fans. And that goes in any sport, right? The playoffs are better in every sport than regular season because more is on the line. And just having this race with the uniqueness of this track, how hard it is, that's the key, is it's hard, it's difficult. And then with all the pressure of the playoffs, that just adds to it.
They can expect to be shocked because I'm not sure. I don't know what to expect. What can they expect? They can expect the pressure of the playoffs, the pressure of the cut race at a racetrack that the notebook is only one race thick with a completely different downforce package and now a completely different chicane on the backstretch. I think they can expect to see the unexpected.
Any hard braking zones creates opportunities for passing, so you can try and get a run, and through oval turns 1 and 2, and coming down this backstretch, you time it, and you'll try and pull out and out-brake the person, and that's going to create obviously really good excitement and see who's most brave, because somebody's going to have to give by the time that you get to the chicane. 2 people aren't going to fit through there. It's all about that hard braking zone, and somebody will have to give. It's going to be it's going to be fun, wild, and something that all of the drivers are going to love.
Man, the ROVAL's always intense. You know, it's a cutoff race, which in and of itself, just being a cutoff race, has a lot of intensity with that, and a lot of pressure. If you're one of the guys on the outside trying to get in, you've got to come here and kind of throw a Hail Mary, and you've got to have a great weekend. If you're one of the guys that's in, but only by a little bit, you're trying to be cautiously aggressive, and that is really hard to do as a race car driver, and especially here at the ROVAL. I think you guys all saw last year, you know, you can be doing everything right, be in position to make it through on points or whatever in the playoffs to the next round. You get a late race restart, and a few of the cars up front drive it off into turn one and cause a big wreck. Next thing you know, there's 14 or 16 cars all wadded up, and that changes the complexity of the playoff picture in an instant. So I think that's what makes, you know, the ROVAL so entertaining and so challenging and kind of a wild card, just because you never know what to expect.
Felt like it was really fun. It was, you know, technical and slow in some areas, but then there was other areas where you had to get up on the wheel and be elbows up, and it made it fun. I felt like it was really slick in the infield, which I like personally. Just felt like it was almost a dirt track. You had to be really smooth and finesse, and like I said, then we got on the big track, and all those corners were really high speed, as hard as you can drive the thing. So it was a good balance, I felt like. I feel like the new chicane's going to add a whole new passing zone for us, and I think it's even going to create more passing into the final two corners. So I'm looking forward to coming back here now. It's, you know, it's going to be the same racetrack, but it's still going to be different at the same time. And curious to see how much the place weathers and changes. I feel like the oval changes quite a bit every time we come, and I'm curious to see if the road course or the ROVAL does the same thing.
I'm excited about it. I think it'll be cool once it's all done. I know it's going to look great. Everything about this place does. So it'll be exciting for the fans. Get back here, you'll be able to watch it, you know, from the infield for sure, and just to see how it's all going to play out. If it's going to pick up speed, you know, how it's going to translate from practice, qualifying to the race, how all that's going to go. Seeing kind of the visual of it and seeing it on paper, I think it'll give us a little bit better option to come through here and attack a little bit harder. We're definitely going to be slowing down a little bit more than what we were last year. And I think the biggest thing, we have runoff room now, and we didn't have that until after I made runoff room and they decided to move the wall back. So I led by example, unfortunately, for my team. But all in all, I think it was an exciting race. Not only for the fans, but for the sport, you know, something new, and what Marcus and his staff has done here at Charlotte for the sport of NASCAR, and changing up the October weekend, giving everybody something new.